Hello, everybody. Welcome to funky. Welcome to
Crystal
Conversations. I want to say the funky live stream, the funky. It's also the.
That's because Andrew does the most here. You all know and love him. I'm new. My name is Coral, and I'm so glad to be here for Crystal Convos today. We miss you, Meg, but thanks for letting me tag team in. I'm excited.
Not here today, but we have Coral.
Hey, yeah. Some of you might know if you stop in on the shop on Saturdays and Sundays, Andrew and I crush it at our physical store, Funky Stuff. And I'm excited to be here. Switching it up. We all love Andy Dandy. Yes, we love Andrew. I'm really excited to talk about crystals. And we do it every Saturday and Sunday, but I'm excited to bring it on a Monday evening.
Yeah, and now we're talking to everyone about it.
True. You can enjoy us from the comfort of your home. You don't have to come to the store to get our antics.
So a couple quick things. Just like every other live stream, we are going to be doing a giveaway. So that giveaway is here. It is I'm going to butcher the crap out of this name, Shangan Amethyst Scepter from Zimbabwe.
I love a scepter.
So this one's actually extremely clear. So I don't know if you want to put that underneath the camera there.
Absolutely. A scepter is such an interesting growth form. It's exactly what you think it is, right? When a king or a queen holds a scepter, there's like a larger part on top, and then isn't she radiant? So the scepter formation, there's a smaller point, quartz point or amethyst point, and then a larger point grows around it. And so this one is so clear, it's almost hard to see the distinction, but I promise there's a smaller point at the bottom. You can almost see it there. And then a larger one growing around it. This one is so clear, but there's wisps and phantoms of purple in it. And so clear quartz and amethyst are both quartz, and the color change is due to different heat and mineral and pressure.
One of the elements in it is the manganese that cuts out with the irradiation as well to make it go a little bit purple or very purple.
So yeah, that's our giveaway. Super powerful. Scepters are conductors of powerful directional energy.
And
excited.
As long as you comment, you're going to be tossed into the wheel of names.
Excited. Always. And you know that this is a good one because when we got these into the shop, it was a couple years ago, I bought up like 7, which is not something I normally do. I try and just have 1 of each type of crystal. But these crystals are so unique and beautiful and powerful and come from such a powerful place. And so when you hold it, you'll be able to feel the vibration in your hand. I loved it so much, I bought 7 of them.
She has an extensive crystal collection.
Yeah. We could be here all night.
All right, so that's going to be the giveaway. But today is going to be a fun day. It's kind of not only because Coral's here, but also, yes, the Wheel of Names. But we will be talking about dreams and astral projection.
Excited!
So yeah, this is what the wheel looks like in all of its glorious gradient of colors.
So feel free to comment so we can put your name on it.
Yes,
no
comment
empty
anything.
Wheels.
Well, within reason.
Hey.
comment anything, and your name will be tossed into the Wheel of Names. So today, astral projection and dreams. So let's talk about that for a little bit. So I have a ton of experience with astral projection, and I hope dreaming. Right? It's funny because a lot of people that think they don't dream, they do. They just don't remember it.
Correct.
So having a dream journal and stuff does help with that, and I do get into that a little bit here. But do you have any experience with dreams? Dreams
are a powerful place for our subconscious and our guides to speak to us. And so I find that my constant battle is making sure that I am quieting my subconscious enough for my guides and my higher self to speak through my dreams. I have a terrible, nasty habit of having anxious dreams about, like, I'm a cashier in a store and there's a line of people out the door with returns. Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard to dream about?
You don't got to worry about that here. No one's returning their crystals.
And that's why I love it at Funky Stuff. But just those, if you're a waitress and like you've dropped every single plate and glass, or you dream about going to work and you're like stuck in traffic and you're naked, or you're in your pajamas and like it's snowing even though it's June. So I have a terrible habit of dreaming about anxious things.
That's interesting.
And I really don't love that. And so we'll talk more when we talk about the lepidolite, because that's my number one way of taking that anxious, that's our subconscious, right? Because in my life, I'm always rushing and doing and working and doing the most, that my subconscious is like, oh, let's perpetuate more of like her daily life, which is commuting or working in retail or doing this, that, and the other. So lepidolite's a great way to take down that subconscious, and then the labradorite's a great way to call in that higher self, because dreams are a great way for our ancestors, our loved ones that have passed on, our guardians, our guides, even just our higher self, our brain that is more connected with higher vibration, better choices, and a better way of being. If we can quiet the subconscious, like monkey mind chatter down, then we can get some really beautiful messages and dreams from these stones and from ourselves.
And Sarah, we are definitely going to get into some astral projection. Talking about that too is like, I'm going to give everyone an exercise to do with you and your friends during this, so stay tuned for that. So that's going to be fun. But premonition dreams, and I was going to bring up exactly what you're talking about too, is that sometimes our dreams are working through our biggest fears, right? So our biggest fears, I know this is going to sound terrifying, but yes, they happen every day. That's why they're our biggest fears. They're the most prominent thing that can happen. Like, oh, I might fail a test. Well, if someone asks you a question and you don't answer it right, it doesn't mean you're dumb. It doesn't mean you're stupid. And I'm trying to learn that. But at the same time, that's our biggest fear. So we'll have a dream about, like you said, like, for some reason you're naked and driving. Well, you know what?
Failing a test. Still failing a test. Out of school, still dreaming about failing a test.
Showing up to school in your underwear. There's so much that will terrify us. But that's the physical 3D side of dreams, where that's working through what our brains don't want to process throughout the day so we can survive. That's very biological, very scientific. Now that's out of the way. Let's talk about spiritual stuff. Premonitions. All right, this one's huge. Now, premonitions and dreams. We all know what, well, you know what? Maybe we all don't know what premonitions are. Let's just say they are visions of the future. That's the easiest way to describe them, but more in depth, they come with a lot of responsibility. If you have this ability, you quickly learn how responsible you need to be about that. So one of the biggest things that I wanted to bring up today is that if you have a dream about one of your friends or family, or if someone's going to unfortunately pass away, or something bad is going to happen to someone, or even if something good is going to happen to someone, is it your job to tell them? Will it actually hurt them more if you tell them? Will it ruin their journey? Will it hurt the process? Will they learn from it? Because if they need to go through this in order to learn something, then it's your job to realize that, hey, maybe I shouldn't tell them, but this dream is preparing me to be there for them when all of this is over. Or if you're lucky enough, you can tell them and then everything's fine and dandy because you warned them of the good or the bad thing. That's the biggest thing when it comes to premonition dreams. For me, I've only had a few. My grandmother used to have a ton. There was one night, she had called my mom's house and I went there just impromptu. And she called at 7:06 because she was like, oh, let me speak to Andrew. And my mom was like, oh, how do you know, like, he's here? But we all know my grandmother could do these things. But she was like, oh, I had a dream last night that he'd be there at 7:06. And I walked in the door at 7:05. So she's like, but I need to tell him something important. And I wasn't picking up the phone. I was at work all day. So, it's certain things like that. Like something like that is simple, where as a premonition dream where it's aiding you. Now, if your dream is supposed to aid another person, again, that comes with a lot of responsibility, a ton of responsibility. So I don't know if you have any experience with that, any premonition dreams.
You know, I have a lot of responsibilities in life, and luckily that one is not on the list.
You can sleep in peace.
Yeah, I don't sleep in peace, and I never get any premonitions. Like I said, it's always worrying about silly things, and it used to really upset me that I could be dreaming about mermaids, unicorns, elves, a hot tub underneath a palm tree with a parrot in it. I'm very creative. The options are endless, and I find it just irateful, that I dream about that Christmas that I was singing carols, and my family was like, "Can you quiet down because you're ruining it?" Why is that the dream?
You use up all your creativity during the day.
Right. Maybe that is it. So I don't have a lot of premonitions. What I do have is a lot of struggling, anxious dreams or repetitive dreams, and I have realized, it used to make me sad that I didn't have more interesting dreams. I realized that whatever my subconscious is replaying over and over again, that's what I'm truly worried and concerned about, and I can keep that pressed down all day, all I want to, and focus on the 9 to 5 or, the friends and family. But when you're sleeping, all of that stuff comes to a pause, and so what's really on your mind and really what's on your heart is what's coming up. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't say necessarily a premonition, right? Not 7:05 on the dot, but more of a, if I keep dreaming about being late, then I need to release that anxiety by leaving for everything earlier. Or if I keep dreaming about, I don't know, whatever it is, burning dinner all the time, then, maybe I need to be more present and aware when I'm in the kitchen and not all over the house doing a million things. So certainly information being given, but it's never about like a specific yellow shirt in the park.
Yeah. Well, the thing about that too is that like thinking about how to help that as well, where like, okay,
crystals, that's how you help that.
Meditating before you go to bed.
Which I have really been doing a lot of lately, and it has been making the stressful dreams better, like setting the intention, using the crystals, and meditating or visualizing instead of thinking about what do I have to get at the store and what do have mail and taxes and the dog cut the cat's nails. I've really tried to stop doing that to-do list in my head before bed, and instead of thinking of whether it's about a person that you care about or a place, but
that's the biggest thing too, is like release that before you go to bed. Because why should you be stressful in bed? You don't even know what's happening.
Agreed.
So there's no need.
Why?
So release that before you go to bed. Meditate with your crystals. Have these by your bedside, especially labradorite, lepidolite. These aren't the only two crystals that help with dreams and astral projection. These are just happen to be the two that we picked. But certain crystals like amethyst, clear quartz. Clear quartz helps too. That's connecting with the divine.
Yeah, pause.
Yeah.
We're not taking clear quartz to bed.
I don't know. I do.
Wow.
I do.
Okay, so that's fine. If you are a powerful celestial being like Andrew, then by all means, take a clear quartz crystal to bed. And I hope the dreams are prophetic and profound.
Maybe that's why I have them.
And I'm not saying don't. I've certainly taken a quartz to bed in my time, a time or two. But if you struggle to sleep, if you have any kind of insomnia, or you struggle to stay asleep or fall asleep, I would definitely not. I would definitely do lepidolite or labradorite or...
Well, yeah, that's if you're struggling to sleep, right?
Yeah.
So then if you're...
Just
if you wake up like halfway
right.
through, like, or if then I would say even something like, having tourmaline near your bed too.
Very grounding, absolutely.
Smoky quartz, then.
Quartz is amazing for dreaming, and that is what we're talking about. So I'll give it to Andy. Quartz is amazing for dreaming, but if you're struggling to stay sleeping, then it might just be too much zhuzh for the sleeping. I said
Too much zhuzh.
Yeah.
You guys got too much zhuzh in your life.
Speaking of, you were talking about like releasing it before bed.
Yeah.
The crystals have a vibration, and all the crystals have different vibrations. We as human beings have vibrations, and our vibrations change, right? This is our electromagnetic field, our biofield around our body. Science can measure this. And so these crystals are great because they are gonna raise your vibration and your frequency to keep you out of the anxiety, the depression, the spiraling, the insomnia, right? Raise our vibration to a more like calm and meditative place, but they are not so high vibe that they will keep you from resting. That is my concern with clear quartz or like moldavite or the tektites or any of those like high vibe crystals. Their vibration is so high that you might not be able to rest. And so the labradorite and the lepidolite are wonderful because they are raising your vibration. That's what crystals do. They have a higher vibration than the human being does. And so the human being's electromagnetic biofield raises to meet the vibration of the crystal if it's within 12 inches of you. But these crystals are not so high vibrational that it'll keep you from getting the rest and relaxation that you need. So he made that comment about releasing before bed, and I was like, these are the perfect vibration to dive into for bed. Or rest. You don't have to be sleeping.
So I actually used to put, before, Sarah, I saw your comment. I'll talk about that real quick. But before I would go to bed, when I was first getting into spirituality, so I don't know, I was like 10, 12.
What a cool kid you must have been at recess.
Well, listen, my mom practiced witchcraft, all right?
Sounds cool.
So it was always around me. It was always around. Or whatever she did practice, honestly, I don't really know. But I used to have labradorite tumbles in my pillowcase. But not where my head was, because, I didn't want to sleep.
I keep crystals in my pillowcase and in my arms.
Yeah. I have them all around my bed now, but I mean, I just keep them all. I only have a room. So all my crystals are just around me. I've just had to be able to live with it. But Sarah, I would say, me personally, the way I work with it, and the way I learned was that depending on your intent, the quartz can heighten the vibration of lepidolite and labradorite. So that may or may not counteract what Coral was just talking about with a low enough vibration to keep you calm to be able to sleep, but it also may heighten the spiritual properties of the crystals themselves. And
try it out.
Yeah.
If you sleep like a baby, good. Put that quartz is so good for your mental, emotional, and physical being. It is healing on so many levels, and it'll give you amazing dreams. So if you can sleep with quartz, I can sleep with quartz. Great. But there are a lot of people that can't, and so I just keep it away from the bed. But if you can, good. It's good for you.
Yes, Nina, setting intention will help with that too.
Of course.
I guess it all depends like how sensitive you are.
Correct.
Like some people will drink tea and be wired.
Right.
For like hours.
Absolutely.
I can drink 2 gallons of tea and I will feel nothing.
So yeah, try it out. Definitely try it out.
Yeah.
You can even meditate with your quartz before bed and then just not sleep with it. Put it on your bookcase or put it aside. That would be a great way to tap in and then not have it buzzing underneath your head all night long.
His energy is residual. You'll still be carrying some of that with you.
Yeah.
However long, I cannot tell you.
And it's clearing your body and your bed. Or your couch, wherever you're sleeping, taking a nap in the car. The crystal it has a space around it that it's working on and clearing. So just by having it with you on the couch or in a chair or in your bed, you're clearing your body and your pillows and your blankets or whatever you've got going on in the space just by having it there.
Yeah, no problem, Sarah. We got you. So talking a little bit more on the premonition dreams is that don't be afraid of them. If they are happening, allow it to. So now, okay, there have been some premonitionistic, that's a word now.
That's a good one.
Dreams that I've had that have became lucid halfway through. Terrifying, because now you're being warned of the thing and now you're in it. You're not just seeing it, you're literally in it. So when I realized that was happening, the first time that happened to me, I think I was 14 when that happened. I was 14, and that was terrifying to me because I had no idea what was happening. Everything was like real life, like how I'm talking to Cora right now, how I'm talking to you, how I'm seeing everything's around me. Is that it was exactly like that. So it was terrifying. So I jumped out before getting the message. And I was actually pretty upset about that, because here I am getting a message from whatever you want to call it. And because everyone has there's 10 million words for the same thing. And I basically was just like, nah, fam, I'm out. And that's what I did. And it's not like I'll never forgive myself. It's like, nah, it happens probably more often than I would like it to. But now when that does happen, experience it. Don't leave. Understand it. Because it might be telling you something super important, and it might even help you too. So even though it can be terrifying, just push through it. It's easier said than done. That's like telling a little kid oh, you're afraid of shots? Well, time to go to the doctor. It's just no, but I mean really, if you can, really stick in for the ride, because it's a crazy fun and terrifying and magical ride at the same time.
Dreams are a great way for us to receive information because our rational, logical, waking mind is not a gatekeeper keeping out maybe some of the more intuitive messages or startling, upsetting messages, or profound. So it's definitely worth noting. Not necessarily believing wholeheartedly, you have to take a grain of salt, because it is sometimes your brain creating the dream, and then it's sometimes you downloading and receiving information that you need. So like Andrew said about the dream journal, write it down so if you have that information, so when things play out later, maybe you can connect the dots a little bit better, or be a little more forearmed and forewarned. But also, just because you have a dream about something, you don't have to let that ruin your whole day.
Yeah,
right?
I'm glad you brought that up, because that's huge. Don't let it encumber your life.
Ugh, encumber.
That's not.
Don't let it encumber your life.
Yeah, you like that one, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not a person of big words. All right, so
that's not true. Don't believe that for a moment. Malarkey over here.
When I do have them, but that's the thing too. Don't let it ruin your whole next day. If you had to do stuff the next day, do it. You still need to do that. You need to live in both lives. Hello, Nick. You have to do it. You have to do your life. You can't let one side hurt the other. Let them work synergistically.
Tell him, Andrew.
It's hard. And it's hard to do that because they easily can. They easily can. Your real life, we always talk about how your real life, or the 3D world, or the world number 2 is, I mean, we can go into the quantum physics of it all for the next hour and talk about how things aren't really real. but exactly. So I will do this to save everyone's mind. But hello, Sarah. But what I will say is that side of the world, we always talk about how it can hurt this side, right? We eat crap. We didn't meditate enough, or I had a bad day at work and now I'm pissed and it's ruining this, and I didn't meditate, blah blah blah. We already know that side, but no one really talks about how the spiritual side of your life can affect your the 3D world thing, all the quotes, right? Because we expect it initially to affect it in a positive way, right? But it's actually our choice. Malarkey shenanigans.
She knows me. It's actually... I use those words daily.
I know, all of Saturday, it's just... And Sunday, it's just... and it's usually directed at me.
Well, stop being so malarkified.
Whoa.
Go on.
So that just stopped me in my tracks. So
making up new words here on a Monday night. That's 2 now we've made up.
Yeah, I hope you're taking notes. So, so we have the choice to allow it to be positive, and we also have the choice to force it to be negative. Notice how I said allow it to be positive and force it to be negative. That's huge. Because it's not supposed to be negative. Even something that seems to be negative, and this all is still relating to dreams, premonitions, everything we're talking about today. Things that seem negative, like change. There's not a lot of people on this planet that will seek out change and love change.
But it's the only thing that's constant, so get on board.
And also, change isn't bad. Change is good. It will get rid of things that you may have been like, oh, I didn't know if I really wanted to get rid of that. Well, you had to.
The universe is conspiring for your success.
Yes.
Everything, just take the lesson out of it. Mm-hmm. I think that's what Andrew's saying, that the dream is just taking the lesson out of it.
Oh, yes. We are back. All right, so.
Just giving you the daily weather report. Yeah. It was looking very purple and radiant for the rest of the week.
Yeah. Quick thing for everyone who has jumped in. Show them the giveaway again. We'll show this again and again a few times.
This is so beautiful.
This is going to be the giveaway.
Amethyst from Zimbabwe, Africa. Oh, motherland energy. I would consider that it's water clear, meaning that if you put a piece of paper underneath it, you could read the paper through it.
Oh, yeah. This is it's actually like one of the best ones I've ever seen, to be honest.
Wisps of purple, little wisps of gray, little
and this
smoky,
is a giveaway.
Little clear. Yeah, just giving away for just telling us Malarkey shenanigans in the comments. That's it. So good. Like I said, I own a fistful of these because it was one of the most stunning things that has ever come into the shop, in my opinion. Biased. Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, this will be the giveaway. So anytime you comment, you'll be tossed into the wheel of names, and we will spin it at the end, and whichever one of you beautiful people it lands on, you will win it.
Exciting! Okay. What's up next, Andrew?
Now, we've talked about dreams, and we have gone a little in depth to it. So, well, actually, what I do... oh no, that's the recollection. I want to talk about astral projection now. This is fun. This is gonna take some time. So
avid listeners, you have our ear, right, guys? Andrew has our ear.
So, all right. First of all, anyone comment? Have you ever astral projected? Yes or no? B, how'd it go? I want to know. We're a community, right? Let's talk to each other. There's a whole comment section right there. I'm pointing.
I'm going to be honest and go first and go, I don't know if I have. It's either a no or a maybe. Definitely not a flying yes.
I'm glad you used the word flying.
Well.
Astral projection can be weird. It can be very weird because it's allowed. First, what it is, you're splitting your soul from your body, and you're allowing your soul to go off and do things. Go fly. Go see Mount Everest and not be cold. Go check on your friends.
Not cold. Yum.
See, another person that doesn't like the cold. So astral projection can be tough merely because, and yes, I say merely. Everyone's gonna hate that I'm saying this because they're like, no, there has to be some grandiose thing. It's like, no, you don't gotta climb a mountain and talk to a peach tree or something. And
that would be my number one astral projection, is to climb a mountain and talk to a peach tree. Well, he knows me so well.
In the realm you can, but in real life you don't have to do that to gain the ability to do it. All you need to do is stop doubting yourself.
Ooh.
That's the big thing, is that like...
hard, but true.
How can I allow my soul to leave my body? Well, did you tell it to? Like, that's the thing. That's the thing. It
seems so simple, but the same way that you tell your body to lift your hand or bend your finger or close your eyes or take 8 steps forward, I just tell my mind, that seems ridiculous. But all we do is tell our mind to do things, and then our mind tells our body to do things. And it is very powerful, more powerful than they would have you believe.
Yeah. I'm glad you used they.
Well, that's a whole nother hour about who they are, but we'll stick with the crystals.
But like,
they're watching.
That's really what it is at the end of the day, is that like, how much self-doubt do you have in this particular area even? I mean, like, your self-doubt from every area of life will affect this, because if you think you're not good, hello Sharon, if you think you're not smart enough to even go to the store and get something off the shopping list because you forgot your shopping list at home, then yeah, how are you going to be like, oh, but I can let my soul leave my body? I can't make mac and cheese, but I can let my soul leave my body. That's actually me. I can't make mac and cheese, but I can let my soul leave my body. So that's actually me. But the thing is that here's, I'll tell everyone what I do. It may or may not help. Everyone's process is different, but this is what I do. I sit there and I ground myself. In whatever way you ground yourself, I'll just explain how I do it. What I do is I take 4 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then I feel like I should wait a second.
No,
I was like, oh no, she's doing it. So then I imagine tree roots growing from my hands and my feet, even my arms, maybe my elbows, anything that's pointing downwards, allowing those tree roots to go into earth, spiraling down, going into the center of the earth. And what's wild is you can actually start to feel through those roots, and you start to feel the coldness of earth at the beginning and the heat that happens afterwards. So you actually feel this like a two-tone kind of temperature thing happening. But then I allow the gold cord. For me, it's gold. It can be anything. But a cord going from the base of your spine going to the center of the earth, and then I bring up that energy, that grounding energy. It's called grounding. What do we stand on? The ground. What is the ground? Earth. You bring up earth energy. These are the things that fit together. So then you bring that up into your chest, and let it surround you, and that's how I ground myself. But that's just the grounding aspect. That's just to allow yourself to...
It's a lot. We haven't even gotten to the astral projection yet.
Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet. That's the next meditation, or the next spot. I used to call astral projection meditation. I don't anymore, because it's so different. It's a journey. It's so much different than meditation.
Very interesting perspective.
And once you aim to do it and then do it, you'll see what I mean. Where it's like, when I meditate, I get visions, or I do travel somewhere, or a lot of since astral projection, I always travel now in meditation. But before doing it, I would only get visions.
I guess that's the secret. I guess I'm gonna have to get on that, guys.
It's fun. But it's not just for fun. It's for messages. It's for this. It's for that. But so then now I'm sitting there. I'm grounded, right? I'm chilling. Everything's great. I tell my soul to leave my body. So just like I would stand off the chair like this, my soul is doing that instead. And it splits from my body. So when it splits and you're finally out, and you see the room around you, you can go anywhere. You can do anything you want. Go to the dog star. Go to Mars. Go to your kitchen. It doesn't matter. You can choose to go anywhere. And no matter what, your soul is still tethered to your body, so your body is perfectly fine. Now, interestingly enough, when I used to astral project with my spiritual group, also that at the wrong time. Okay. I don't know if anyone missed that, but I'll say it again. So when I was astral projecting with my spiritual group, two of us once, this had happened, where we noticed each other, we passed each other, and when we came back, we said, you were over there, and it's like, you were over there. So we were seeing each other, but also there was one of us that was having a tough time doing it, and we had both looked at him, and looking at his body in the astral realm. I saw my body, I saw his, and his soul was going up and down and up and down and up and down, like hitting a wall and bouncing back. And what he described was, I don't know what it was. I kept feeling like I was getting out and hitting a wall and bouncing back. I'm like, I saw that. Holy crap. And there was another time. There was one instance. Oh, well, I won't say this one. Not just yet. It is a scary one. So basically, your body's always protected. Don't worry about that. But the game we used to play. The game we used to play was...
Getting to the good stuff. I want to hear about this game.
The game is fun. So we used to draw on a piece of paper, like a color, like a circle, right? And just make it a color. We'd fold it up, put it in an envelope, seal it, and then hide it in a room in someone's house. Whoever did that, obviously you can't tell everyone the color. We'd go home, and we'd astral project from our houses to the house that has the envelope. when we would go there, we would search for the envelope to find out the color. And we would all come back and say the color. Now, every time all of us said the same color, there was once, and this made it very accurate, is that it was an orange, but all of us were like, it's like a brown orange, like a rusty orange. It's not a real like orange, you know, like you're not looking at an orange. It was a rusty orange. Then the guy, he unfolded it, showed us it was a rusty, like a mum orange, you know. And
this is why I love Andrew as a mystic, because he's first a scientist. And so this is a fantastic way of like giving actual proof and data, repeating the experiment over and over again, and you know, seeing the results for yourself and not just relying on your own intuition or your own, you know, because that our brain is not the most reliable source of information. It will lie to you all the time. And anyone who is insecure, you know, about their intuition or their abilities, you know, that's going to be tough to realize, is it me or is it? So, I mean, this is an almost infallible way of practicing your intuitive gifts. And it's okay if you get it wrong, right? You just keep practicing and then you should be able to get the right color more often.
There are plenty of people we did this with where they got it wrong. Because it's a matter of your doubt too. Yep. Because we would have people, and they've never given me a reason for them to lie, right? So they had said one color, I said, that's not the color, this is the color. They were like, you know what? I was actually going to say that color, but I was thinking it was something else. I'm like, don't do that.
Gotta practice listening to your intuition. Even getting it wrong, getting the right, just like math or basketball or whatever. Like even when you get it wrong, it's still the practice. You have to do the practice in order to have experience and technique and advancement and skill.
Yeah, so it's a muscle. It's muscle.
Flex that astral muscle.
Pineal gland. This is what we're using to like go do these things. The tether is here. You know, that's how we get back into our bodies too. Oh, that's the big thing. Coming back.
Tell us.
Yeah, that's so if you don't come back, you can get sick. You can still wake up, but your soul will be somewhere else, which means you can be sick, you can be sad, you can get depressed. There's so many things that can happen. And there used to be like medicine men and women and shamans and things like that. They would go retrieve the soul back for a person. I've only had to do that once. And let me tell you, it is the crappiest experience ever. Because, well, I'll tell you this. Without releasing a name, I can say this. When I had found this person, they were stuck in the middle of the woods, where I know they got lost, because that's where they were traveling to. And when I found them, they were in a cave. When I walked into the cave, because I'll explain this other part too, is that there's a light that can shine once you ask for what you're looking for in the astral realm too. Is that what I always notice is that when I ask for something, like even the envelope, there will be a bright, like everything is like a gray film, like the spirit world, right? Like it looks like this, but it's kind of gray. It's like kind of filmy. You're like, ugh. But a light will shine for your path. Like you'll just see the light. Like it's not going to be a path and it's like a video game where you're like, oh, sick, I can go this way. No, it's not that easy. Spirit's not just handing it to you, but they'll give you a little bit. They'll give you that light to where you can be like, all right, I know how to get there. And then you get there. So I saw that light, and oddly enough, their soul wasn't them. It was their childhood self, which came with a lot of other things for them to work on. But what they had left behind was their child.
Inner child.
Their inner child, sorry, not their child.
Ignored and left behind. That makes a very cranky and insufferable adult.
Yeah, me. No, I'm joking. So and to get that child back, I don't know if any of you have kids, but try to get them to do anything ever. Try to get them, like, if it wasn't on their mind to do it, it ain't happening. You know, and it's difficult. You work with kids.
It is very much like herding cats.
So trying to get him to come with me was such an insane task. I had to, which from that moment on, I knew how I would be actually as a parent, which is weird. So I had looked at him and I was like, you know what? I can't just be like, come with me. I can't say because I said so. I have to literally explain the gravity of the situation, but in child terms. And when I did, they were like, oh, all right. I gotta go then. I'm like, oh, sick at work. Grab him by the hand, fly back.
Kids don't like to be BS'd, and they can tell when you're like BSing them or trying to like manhandle them, strong arm them. So whether it's your inner child or, you know, the children in your dreams, it's definitely good to come with an authentic, clear explanation.
Yeah, no one likes to hear because I said so. And honestly, most people on the spiritual path were generally an independent child. And I know when I was a kid and I heard because I said so, I was like, oh, now I'm definitely not going to do it. That's stupid. I'm just like, give me a good reason. What is it, Stephanie? I am loving this. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. And hello to everyone that's been commenting. I've been ranting on the story, so I've missed some.
Yeah, we can tell he's very passionate about the astral travel.
It's so much fun. Like, it's just like, it's so amazing because everything that we do talk about in spirituality that we try to feel, that we try to see, you go to the astral realm, it's there in front of you. That's like, we talk about the gods, we talk about this, we talk about that. They're in front of you now. You can touch in them. You can yank on their beards. You can, well,
I was just going to say, I would, when he was like, you can touch them, I was like, my number one suggestion is that you don't just show up in front of a god or goddess and start touching
Well,
them.
I mean, it's different. You know, it depends on the god.
True. Just know what you're getting in for, whether it's a night of passion or a fireball to the face. Just when you go and meet the gods and goddesses,
just
maybe
don't go
just
find
keep your
Bacchus.
hands to yourself.
Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. He's a big old ball of stress. But regardless of that, everything we talk about and everything we think we're imagining or et cetera, it's literally in front of you. And you can go check up on your friends too. There have been times where I've meditated and I've gone to one of my friends' houses who is privy to this stuff. And I'm just like, hey, what's good with those banana nut muffins on your counter? He's like, I just bought those. How did you know? I was just like, I'm coming over. Just like, because I went to his house and the only thing I could see on the counter was muffins. So Spirit was clearly telling me I don't need to be on a diet.
Very interesting, the messages that come to us from the other side.
No,
the message that I was going to give is if you're going to go and travel to check on other people, just
careful.
Yeah, just make sure that you are your best self, living your best life.
Yes.
Because
don't poison them.
Yeah, karma is real, and like energy attracts like energy. And if you go around being a creepy apparition in people's showers and stuff, it's not going to go well for you. So I'm sure no one would do that. But just, a little ethical responsibility in our astral projection is that what we put out comes to us. This is a matter of physics, not a matter of your mom said be nice, right? This is a matter of the energy you vibrate with attracts the same thing. So don't be a perv. And just look at banana nut muffins, like Andrew, sweet soul that he is, roaming around and checking out muffins.
Yeah, of course, the only thing I see is muffins. But I mean, it's a beautiful existence. Especially banana nut. You kidding me? So, anyone ever wants to give me a gift, banana nut muffins. So, I don't
That would be just like we talked about the envelope with the color in it.
Yeah.
Practicing with a friend and trying to see what's on their kitchen counter. Mm-hmm. Is another, when you're just chatting on the phone, right? It doesn't have to be this whole big, like, where's Waldo situation. Just, like, chatting on the phone for once, stop talking about the weather, and maybe just try and see what's on their counter, and then just casual, be like, oh, I see you got the kiwis.
And what you just said brings me to another side of astral projection that might be easier to begin with. I might sneeze. Hold on a second.
I can't wait to get to these crystals.
So, I know, yeah.
I tell you, we got a lot of beautiful crystals on the table.
We'll be getting there soon. But remote viewing.
Ooh.
That is like
what the government uses every day.
Yeah.
Sorry,
literally.
I'll let Andrew talk.
No, that's true. I mean, hey, I was gonna bring that up too. But yeah, it's a thing. Right? Excuse me. Sorry. Bad lunch. So if I were to describe remote viewing, if it's like half of astral projection. If this is astral projection, this is remote viewing. Where you're using more of your intuition instead of actually traveling there. Now, a lot of people have different descriptions on the word. Words are words, it's semantics, right? I could have called it not travel astral projection. All right.
Terrible name.
Terrible name, right? Remote viewing is easier. So, remote viewing is using your intentions to focus on the spot you know you want to travel to, but you're not actually traveling there. And which is why you saying being on the phone works, because you do this while being awake.
Yes.
You don't have to be meditating. You don't let your soul leave your body. Obviously, you're not going to be astral projection when you're driving. Don't leave your body when you're driving. You know, kind of a bad idea.
Don't be a masshole. Don't leave your body while you're driving.
Do that, you know? So if you leave your body when you're driving, you're going to have no idea what's happening and it's not going to be good. But I wouldn't say try remote viewing driving either, but this is something you do while you're awake. So you can focus. So if you have a hard time astrally projecting yourself, that this would be a good practice to get you to A, believe in yourself. That's huge. And B, actually do it. So, yeah. Now, let me just make sure. All right. Now, let's talk about these crystals. Let's see what's going on. Let's talk about lepidolite.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to start off with the darkest piece. Do I have to start from the top? I can.
We can talk about the spiritual parts of them first.
Okay. He put the camera on, so I just thought that we were going to show him.
Yeah,
I could just talk about it. Here. There.
Yeah, what's some of the great aspects of lepidolite for dreaming, astral projection?
So lepidolite is my number one stone recommendation for relieving stress and anxiety.
God, Jesus.
Number one stone recommended for releasing stress and anxiety. So much of that has to do with sleeping, right? We can't sleep because we're too stressed and anxious. So I go to sleep with lepidolite every night. My friends and family make fun of me because I will take it on vacation. I will take it to the bachelorette party, the girls' weekend, take it on the sleepover, because I sleep so good with it, especially if I'm sleeping like in a different place. I want that soothing vibration of lepidolite. So lepidolite connects with the crown chakra. It's connecting you to your faith and your unity, your expansion, all of those high vibrational energies, angelic wisdom, peace, calm, ease, flow, grace. These are all qualities of lepidolite. Lepidolite also grows with a bunch of fun stuff. So there's these gray markings. That is smoky quartz. And then the white is mica. And the purple is the lepidolite. There's also lithium in there. Sometimes there's pink tourmaline.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had it at the shop. We've had it at Funky Stuff.
really?
I know that because I own a few pieces. Cannot
See?
resist.
Extensive crystal collection.
Extensive crystal collection. So this one you can see through. It's not water clear like the amethyst, but you can see through it. So this is a big like slice of mica and lithium, and then it's rimmed in the lepidolite, and you can see the like geometric angles that it grows in. So lepidolite and lithium grow together. Lithium is what pharmaceutical companies mine for anti-anxiety meds. And so pharmaceutical companies will purchase lepidolite mines with the intention of mining them for the lithium to crush up and put into anti-anxiety meds.
That's interesting. Because especially talking about going to bed like calm.
Yep.
Going to bed,
Yes.
Because I'll always say this, like, what the crystals do in the 3D plane, they will also mirror in their spiritual plane. Mm-hmm. Which is very interesting. So, yeah, I don't know. If we want to talk about some of the prices of these, this is number one over here.
Okay.
I got let me get the thing up here. Ba-ba-ba.
Lepidolite grows in sheets like a book. You can pull it apart. It depends on the quality, right? If you get a polished pillar like this, you cannot pull the pieces off. But if you do get a slice like this, if you want to, you can actually like pull pieces off and rub it in between your fingers, and it grows like a pillar, like a book. There's all these different layers and levels to it, which is pretty cool.
They are so nice. I love these. I have one of those small pieces at home, but it was like a perfect like triangle in the middle. I love it. Yeah.
It's very soothing to the central nervous system. So getting rid of any stress, tension, anxiety, feeling overwhelmed. It is one of the most peaceful stones that I can think of. It is always my number one recommendation to anyone who cannot sleep or anyone who is stressed. And then when you take care of those things, when you're no longer as stressed and you can sleep a little bit better, then you have the ability to have the dreams, the prophetic dreams, the astral travel, the receiving, the clarity, the intuition, the guidance, the premonitions, because you are in a restful state to receive that.
And you're comfortable with yourself. Working
definitely
through some of those
self-esteem with the
anxieties.
lepidolite as well, for sure. A nurturing energy, a self-esteem.
Because like that's what you need, right? That's like, I know we said the big theme about this is dreams and astral projection, but just like every stream, how often are we talking about she found something she likes. How often are we talking about your self-doubt and how much in your self-esteem and how much you need to believe in yourself? Hello, Holly. I will say at the end of the day that everything I've ever been able to do spiritually, which of course everyone's different and I don't want to sound like I'm the end all be all. I'm not. But everything I've ever been able to do spiritually only started when I was like, yeah, no, I can do this. So I'm just going to go do it. So, and that's how that is so interesting about the lepidolite. It's traditionally used for bipolar disorders. I like its high vibration. I will look for your collection of these stones the next time I visit your store. Oh yeah, we have a ton.
We have a ton at the store. We would never be without them. And I have heard them used for bipolar disorders. Again, you are trying to calm, regulate, balance, and align the different vibrations or personalities or interactions that is happening for something like bipolar, that's I'm glad you brought that up. It's an excellent balancing stone when you're trying to integrate different energies and come to like an aligned place. Andrew knows my I like it face. That's why he said, oh, she found something she likes. I do love lepidolite, and I have a ridiculous amount, all from Funky Stuff, because the quality is so good. But I was talking about the pink tourmaline, and we do have pieces with pink tourmaline. The heart and the pillar both have pink spots.
Really?
Yep. Right there.
Oh, no way.
Oh.
Huh. That's
Farther
dope.
away?
Maybe.
Right, it's like right there. You guys can see that little pink wisp. And then, again, these are the faintest little, but it is pink, so it is pink tourmaline.
That's
right
sweet.
there, these pieces.
Lilac lepidolite. What is that?
A shade. So
I'm bad with colors.
Yeah, so like this lepidolite, super dark. And then there are these lepidolites, right, that are mostly white and clear, and then purple. I mean, and then it goes to an even some of them are so dark they're like indigo. Some of them are so light they're like the palest lavender. So they're the different so pink. Oh my goodness, I love that. Now that is not the pink tourmaline. That's just the lepidolite. This lepidolite is much more pink than the others. So yeah, they grow in the mine together, but there's different, like we said, different concentrations of mica, pink tourmaline, smoky quartz. The pillar and the hearts both have smoky quartz. You can see the gray on it. So yeah, Andrew saw my face, but that's because I was like, I found some pink tourmaline in some of these. Knew there would be.
So, now,
do we have the lilac lepidolite in the store? I guess I'd have to see a picture of it to know what color they're classifying as lilac lepidolite to answer that question.
Kinda. I mean, if this is what I think.
Yeah, Andrew's pulling up some pictures now, and they're looking a touch pink. The lepidolite that we have in store is definitely like purple, gray, not at least what they're pulling up on the screen. We have plenty of the purple lepidolite, and it's beautiful, different shades. Like I said, some of them is quite dark, almost like a royal purple, and then some are like a bluish periwinkle not periwinkle because that's too blue, but like a blue-gray purple. But we don't have any pinkish lepidolite that I know of. I haven't been in the store in a few days, but yeah.
Cool. So I got some stuff up here. Where if we start over here, I got all those labeled out.
I feel like I put it all in the wrong order.
No, it's not a big deal.
Here.
They're all labeled. So this is going to be lepidolite chunk number 1. And this is kind of like that lighter shade because it's in the chunk form. I don't know what to call it. The really super raw form. So this is originally $5. And you can get this for $4. So this is lepidolite number 1. Or lepidolite chunk 1. I love how it gives off that like the mica feel.
It's glittery.
It's just like glimmering. Yeah.
Love it.
Cool. And the next one is chunk number 2. Also $5. Very chunky. And this one will be $4. And we have a bunch of these chunks too. So you can claim, and all these crystals will be 20% off until 11 p.m. tonight. I kind of like that face on it there.
We do like 24 hours.
Oh, it's 24 hours? Oh, well, I guess for 24 hours, it's going to be 20% off.
This is chunk number 3.
Also $4? Oh, this actually is going to be $6. Originally $8. I like the shape of that. Almost looks like it can just like stand up.
Wizard's hat.
Oh yeah, that's why I like it.
That's why I said it.
Awesome. Then a small slab, number 1. This is that super pinkish one that we showed you through the light there. And this is also going to be $4. Sorry, my allergies are killing me, so you're going to be hearing me sniff for the rest of the live stream.
Keep it together, Andrew.
Oh, I'm trying.
Keep it together.
I am trying.
I think this one is my favorite one.
You're like, actually, it's no longer for sale.
I already have a collection.
This is also going to be
funky
$4.
Stuff.
Super nice piece. I love lepidolite.
Lepidolite loves you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's talking through you to tell me.
Yeah, I definitely am in tune with the lepidolite. Lepidolite and I are on the same violet ray.
Then the next one will be $6.
Oh, these slabs are perfect for taking a nap with, sleeping with, meditating with. Great to fit in the palm, nice and smooth for a worry stone.
I like the shape of it.
Yeah.
It's got like that hexagon look
Hexagonal.
going on. Yeah. Ooh, chunky number 3 and
Correct.
pink number 4. They are yours. Micheline, those are yours. Woo.
Exciting! Pick some good ones.
Nice. Okay. Congratulations. Here you go. Here you go. Write
This
down your name.
is
Oh, that one?
number 10.
Oh.
Ooh!
All right. Number 10 is $10.
Look at this beaut. Bicolored lepidolite. That's what they call it. When it's either the purple and the pink or the purple and white or purple and gray. Bicolored lepidolite. Love it.
So now we got the obelisk. It's number 6 or number 8.
7.
Or sorry, number 7.
Stunner. This would be perfect for your nightstand, your bathroom, your desk, your dresser, any place that you want to instill a place of calm, peace, ease, flow, and relaxation. Generators put all the energy out of the top, so they're great for making a crystal grid. You could put some other stones for dreaming or astral travel around the outside. This would be a great centerpiece for a dream grid. I honestly couldn't think of anything better.
And this is going to be $24.
It's beveled at the bottom. That's a show of true craftsmanship. They can just bring it straight down. I wonder if it'll show. They beveled it on the edge. There it is. That's a sign of craftsmanship. They don't have to do that. They can just go straight down. And so when they bevel the bottom, it's just showing that it's a high grade crystal that they value, that they took the time to make it so nice.
Got the
Yep.
freeform next. So this one's going to be $40 for the freeform. And this has some of that pink tourmaline you were saying in it.
Yeah, yup. Where are those little pink bad boys at? The white is the mica. Here it is. That pink, those little pink wisps on it. Pink tourmaline is the pink. The gray is smoky quartz. The white is the mica and the lithium, and the purple is the lepidolite. I've heard these be called pillars. I've heard them be called tombstones, which I really like. Yeah, I like it. I know some people probably might be creeped out by that, but I really like the name of that shape. It can certainly be a free form as well, but tombstone shape. So it's pretty decent size. You already gave the price for that one?
Oh, this one is $40.
Yeah, it does look stratified. You're right. Stunner. This is also my favorite one. Definitely. Do I just choose? Or
this one. There we go.
Another bi-colored lepidolite slab. It's got like the pinky lepidolite and the purple lepidolite.
And this one will be $10.
That's a thick one. Nice and thick. Put you right to sleep. You can see through the clearer part, the mica. And then the lepidolite's opaque. Stunning.
I love when the mica in between like creates a shape.
Agreed.
not
To
just,
see
like,
its to see
globular.
its mathematical growth pattern.
Yeah. Oh, that one there. And this one will also be $10.
This one is bigger but thinner. I mean, the difference is slight. but this one is a little bit larger and thinner. The other one was just a touch smaller but thicker. Excellent bicolored. The flash on them is just breathtaking. Like, yes, we have the lights on it, but it would flash like that.
Sorry.
You're okay, bud.
I am
no worries.
not keeping it together. All right. So this next one, what is it? This one? So this will be, this one will be $24.
This is number 12. $24.
Super thick.
Super thick. Like
Many
the
C's.
walkway up a castle. This has the mica and the lepidolite. It's got
I
the
wonder what the light behind this will look like
white
too.
and the purple.
That really gets some of that.
Secret cavern.
Yeah.
Very cool. Andrew, what a smarty. You put this on a light stand and it's your night light. Super cool. Super cool. Love it.
Whew. Oh yeah. All right. That next slab here, number 14, that's going to be $24.
For this one, I need both hands. Wowza. So interesting to see the growth pattern, all the different geometric shapes
I will
happening.
be back in 2 seconds.
All the layers. Like I said, you can peel it like a book. I'm not going to do it, but you can just peel those little layers. It's not going to come apart on you or anything like that, but it's just an interesting way that it grows layer after layer after layer on top of it, but not coming into a termination. This one's number 14. This would be great to I would put this on my nightstand and like use it as a slab when I'm not meditating with it or sleeping with it, meaning put my phone on top of it, put my jewelry on top of it, put a tarot card or a crystal or an essential oil, or if you have a sleep mask or earplugs, whatever's sitting on your nightstand, right? Have that be, put a little candle, a little tea light on top of it. It'd be so beautiful. You could slide it into your pillowcase. This piece is big enough that it's gonna like stay. If you put it all the way in your pillowcase at the end, it will stay in there. It will stay, you know, it's big and heavy enough to stay down in there.
Number 13 has been claimed. Hello, Taylor.
Ooh, 13. Number 13.
Oh, that's the heart. Sarah, did you want the heart?
Can't be.
I
We
was gonna
haven't
say, we
said
haven't
that
talked
yet.
about the
What
heart
did?
yet.
Which one did we say was 13? I can, if it was one of the slabs, I can do those again. How would she know that the heart was?
I was going to say.
So I guess it's number 11, number 9, number 12, number 10. And I could have said the numbers wrong.
I might have too. I'm looking at this wrong.
14. So let us know. I'll hold them up again. This is number 11. Oh, I should have started with 9. Sorry. We'll go in order. Oops. Starting again. So number 9. Number 10. Number 11 again, just for good luck. Number 12.
The really thick one with the light going through it.
And number 14. No, the slice. I think she means this one. 14. Well, they're all slices, but the big slice.
So yeah, Sarah, whichever one it was, just let us know. May have said that. I may have said the number wrong. Looking at this, I always forget we have a title here. Instead of, so everything is shifted down by 1. claim number 9. All right, so Evie wants number 9.
Should I put that?
Yes.
And
9.
12.
Oh, okay. All right, so we have... Oof.
The first one.
Yeah. So
Evie claimed number 9. Sarah, you got number 12.
Yes.
And there's still number 10. And number 11. And number 14. We can say the prices again if you'd like. I like that it looks like it has mountains in the center of this one. And then we also have 2 smaller slices that I will show again. This is number 6. And number 5.
And we do have other slices in the store too. So if you do miss out on a slice that someone else may have claimed, feel free to stop by the shop. We have tons of these. Claim number 6, Sarah.
Here we go.
All right. 6.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next ones. If you want to see the slices again, we can do them again at the end. I will do number 13 next, the heart. What's the price, Andrew?
Oh, this is $16.
$16. It has that pink tourmaline right there. It's got the smoky quartz, the lithium, the mica, the lepidolite. And what'd you say, 16?
Yep.
16 for this beautiful heart. Perfect for meditating. Perfect for having in your hands.
Yes.
And then the bracelet. This is number 15.
And we have a few of these. I don't know if we have a ton. Tom, do you know if we have a lot of these?
Not sure.
You can see it on. I love a lepidolite bracelet. That's way you can take your dreaming, your astral travel, your peace, your relaxation on the go.
And this is $8. It'll be good.
$8. What a steal. You can never get a gemstone bracelet for less than 10. So snap this up, okay? If not, I'm taking it home for sure.
And this will be good for remote viewing too, on the go. Mm-hmm. So now, we're going to move on to some labradorite.
Yum!
So we have talked about labradorite before, but I wanted to talk about some interesting piece. Claim number 15. The bracelet. Sarah, you got it. All right. Perfect. Cool. Awesome. So, labradorite. I love labradorite. It's one of my favorite stones. It's what I personally use for all of my dreaming and my dream work. But interestingly enough, labradorite was discovered on the eastern side of Canada on Paul Island, near the settlement of Nain in Newfoundland and Labrador. And Sarah Willow, I will say, because Sarah Belcher got that specific bracelet. We have another bracelet in the store we'll put aside for you. And the Labrador Miute tribe, I'm sorry, I might be completely butchering that, called it the Firestone and would use powdered forms to help cure ailments. And on top of that, the story goes that a warrior saw the northern lights in the stone and struck it with his spear to free the lights inside. And this was due to the northern lights disappearing earlier on that month. So his job was to set out and go find the northern lights to bring them back. So when he looked at labradorite, he was like, oh, there they are, stab. And then all of a sudden, he found that he had gotten a stone. So, yeah, very interesting stuff. So we did talk about the spiritual side of it a little earlier, but I do want to reiterate that these are very good for not only dreaming, but lucid dreaming. also astral projection, remote viewing. Basically, the whole point of this whole stream. This is what I use this stone for. Me personally, I actually don't use just me. It can be used for multiple different spiritual reasons. But when I think of dreams, I think of labradorite. So really, the only thing I personally use labradorite for is dreaming and astral projection. But there's plenty of other reasons to use labradorite, which I'm sure, like, oh, she's ready. She is ready.
It certainly helps with dreaming. It helps with any sort of subconscious intuitive state. My favorite way to use it is it relieves anxiety so you can set goals and achieve them. So I like to work with it when manifesting, when setting an intention, specifically at a new moon. It represents the dark of the new moon and like all the swirling colors of the cosmos, right? So like setting an intention on the new moon and relieving the stress and anxiety around the situation. So those are my favorite ways to use it, to set intentions and to relieve stress.
So labradorite's a great stone.
So many purposes, has so many colors in it.
We got some really good ones for you today. Some rare ones. This is from our new order. So a lot of purple and silver in these. Yeah. So this first one is going to be labradorite number 1, freeform, for $12. Just $12. Like, what? That's crazy. And this is kind of that bluish silver. Yeah. Oh no, she's growling at the stones.
I mean, it's just lighting up for me. It's teasing me. Just lighten up. What a stunner. All right, next.
All right, so that one was $12, and that's labradorite number 1. Ooh, you're gonna love all of these. You're gonna have a tough time.
I love my job so much. So grateful to the Funky Boys for having this crazy idea 11 years ago. We're so grateful to Kai and Adrian. They create a beautiful place for the crystals and for everyone involved.
The nice purple there. So this one is going to be $28. Oh man, when you see the purple in this is one of my favorite ones in this whole stream. This next one coming up is one of my favorite ones in the whole stream.
Too much fun.
There you go. Yeah. And this one is also going to be $28. Huge purple on the face there, with some silver in the top left. Just gorgeous.
She's stingy. She's stingy with the flash, but she gives it up if you talk real
there it is.
Sweet to her.
Purple, blue, silver. All right. And this next one here will also be $28.
Oof.
This one's really nice.
Like a mermaid, peacock.
It's just deep blues and purples. These always remind me of like a world map. Like some of those heat maps, too.
Agreed. The back does have flash. It's not coming up, but I want you guys to know it does have flash. It just doesn't flash like that front one. But all the sides have some flash. It just doesn't come up a whole face like that. Blinded by the flash.
We got a ball.
This is a sphere, and it is beautiful.
I don't know if you can hear the birds. Are they outside?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful sphere. This is something I would keep by my bedside too. Beautiful,
Excellent
like a
for
nice
meditating
stand.
with, yeah. And this one, because it's a sphere, there's no like face that has the most flash. It just has like bits of flash over the whole thing, which I'm trying to do it justice, but you can see it. Labradorite's so tricky. It's never straight on. You can't just like hold it and be like, oh, there it is. It's never straight on. It's always right when you're about to like give up and turn the other way. It's like, hey girl, hey, what about? Don't forget about me over here.
Especially with those spheres too. Oh, here we go. I forgot to give that to you. Oh man. All right, so this one's gonna be fun. This one is going to, the sphere was $40, by the way. This half polished labradorite is also $40. Hello, Karen. I love the orange in this.
It reminds me of like clouds in the sky.
I like one of those really nice summer nights.
Yeah.
Where the sun is just blaring through the clouds and you're like, I should be on a lake right now. That's what that says to me. I should be on a lake. All right, so that is labradorite number 7. And this is going to be a fun one, the iguana. This one is $280 for this. This one has a really nice flash too.
It's green like an iguana.
Oof. So, like, and that's my favorite shade of blue too. Like, you know that like blue that when you look at a Caribbean Ocean, there's like 3 different kinds of blues and possibly a green in there. That's the one I like. That's that like 20 feet of ocean where it's like, that's such a beautiful color. Then it just turns dark blue. That's a stunner of a piece.
Absolutely.
Okay, now we got 3 pendants coming up. I'm gonna just hand them all to you because we have multiples of these. Jason, you want the iguana for $280?
It's breathtaking, and
The
it
iguana-
lights up
let's
on the
go.
front
Jason,
and the back.
it is
You have
yours.
excellent taste, sir.
Yeah.
That one
Congrats.
doesn't have one side that flashes. That
This is the whole
whole piece lights up. My boyfriend and I, our first date was to the Mama Iguana. Anybody out in the Northampton area will know our first dinner was at Mama Iguana's.
That sounds awesome.
It was.
Sup, Megan? How's it going?
All right, moving on to the labradorite pendants. This is number 8.
And the next 3 are going to be $12, but we have multiples of these pendants, so you can claim any amount of them. Or if all 3 are claimed and you're like, oh man, I really wanted one, you're still going to be able to get one because we have a ton. They might not all flash like this and they might not have all the same color, but we'll be sure to pick you out the best ones.
They all have a flash. Even if you weren't to get these ones, these labradorite pendants are beautiful. They're set in sterling silver. They all have a flash. Like Andrew says, it varies in intensity and color and shape, but stunning. Flat on one side. So the first one was number 8. The second one was number 9. This one's number 10. You said these are
$12.
12. Guys, this is a sterling silver labradorite flash pendant for $12. You could go to Wendy's and spend more.
I spend more at Wendy's.
Right, when we go to Antonio's, we spend more than $12. So it's just wild that something so beautiful and so well done. I'm a jewelry fanatic for sure, and those are well-made pieces. $12, it's ridiculous.
Now.
Perfect for that person that you don't know what to get them, your mother-in-law, your neighbor, your coworker, your friend whose birthday you forgot. Everybody needs a labradorite pendant.
And this is number...
And they're wonderfully unisex as well.
Sorry.
Men love labradorite.
We lost the comments there.
Oh, okay.
We lost the comments. I was waiting.
Well, they are gonna get there.
This is the Hello Kitty. The labradorite Hello Kitty, number 11.
And how much is number 11?
This is also $12.
One of the pendants.
One of the pendants?
Which one?
All right. Yeah, I don't... Yeah.
Give it a sec.
Good thing he's got the hookup.
Do you know which one it was?
Hello, my name is Hello Kitty. I love all the kitties all over the world.
Hello Kitty has a bow and an outfit and a cute little attitude. Wow. $12.
All right. And then last but not least, this beautiful wall of...
This is the wall I'm into, for sure.
And this is $72 for this.
What a hunk of lovin'. Can't even get it on... Can't even get it on the screen. What a hunk of lovin'.
And this has some purple with some silver outlines to them. This got the blues, the oranges.
Ooh.
Kind of like a reddish.
Look at that raspberry corner.
Yeah.
It's like a parrot coming to life. Like you move through the jungle and then all of a sudden the sun like shines on the parrot and you're like, whoa. Oh my goodness. Showstopper, showstopper. Ooh. Ooh. This one gets me jazzed, guys. Very jazzed about it. Come on. Don't be so shy. They came to see you. Show off your sexy. Come on. Ooh, it's like a cavern. Like you're walking into a cavern of light. Oh. I'm gonna flip it. Sexy, sexy, sexy. Ooh. Trying to get that.
Ooh.
The top does flash, but
That's a little tough.
it's a little less bold than
That
the
corner's
bottom.
really nice.
Yeah. Anyways, here is your wall of northern lights on a slab.
And this is, again, this one is number 12, and it's going to be $13. No, sorry, $72. I was looking at the number 13 when I said that. It is $72. It is not $13. I am sorry. I apologize. I never said dollars. I only said 13 anyways. So, 72. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Just like labradorite is. It's a bunch of yas and ah. Yeah, yeah.
Let the mystery unravel before you.
Okay, so we will run by the lepidolites really quickly. Again, the ones that haven't been claimed, just in case anyone in here has not seen them. And then it will be time for
The giveaway!
for the Wheel of Names. So, all right.
Rapid fire.
Rapid
Showing
fire.
everything again.
Well, the lepidolites, because we just went through like all the labradorites.
Okay.
So,
Does it matter what order?
honestly, just grab them. We'll talk about them.
This is number 7. Beautiful generator. Perfect for a desk or a dresser or a bedside table. Perfect for a dream grid, an astral travel grid.
And this one is
Quite
going
tall.
to be $24.
$24.
The lepidolite. This is lepidolite obelisk, and that is number 7. I was thinking, yeah, we could probably go through the labradorites quick again, too.
This is number 13.
Labradorite heart for
Nope,
16.
this is lepidolite.
Jeez.
And it is
See,
for $16. It has
Lepidolite.
a smoky quartz, lepidolite, and pink tourmaline.
see where my head's at?
The gutter.
Oh, absolutely not.
Number 8.
All right, so this is a lepidolite
Correct.
freeform for $40.
It has smoky quartz, mica, lithium, lepidolite, and pink tourmaline in it. Quite tall. Number 14.
The big slab. This is this is $24.
Number 10.
Number 10 is going to be $10.
Number 11.
Number 11 is also going to be $10.
Number 5.
Number 5 is going to be $4.
Number 1.
Also $4. A nice chunk of lepidolite.
So glittery. Number 2.
Again, $4.
That's it for lepidolite.
All right, now Karen Derby ended up joining at the last minute here, so let's quickly show these. Not to call you out, Karen, but I saw your comment.
This is the Hello Kitty.
So
I lost
we'll run
the
through
number. It
those.
doesn't have a number.
Oh, it's all good. That is number 11. Oh yeah, it's on the box that I had. somewhere.
Oh, is that what? Number
Yeah.
11.
And this is going to be $12. And yes, for anyone else who joined late and hasn't seen the labradorite.
Number 4.
Number 4 is going to be $28. And this is a stunner. I love this one.
Like a mermaid peacock situation.
So nice.
Number 1.
Number 1 is going to be $12.
Number 3.
Number 3 will be $28. This has that nice purple on it. So nice. You know what? It might not be for sale. I might buy this.
We can fight in the parking lot about it.
Nah. I'm going to buy it.
If you can wrestle me for it, then you can have it. But you're going to have to pry it out of my hands first.
Everyone hear that? That's, I don't know.
Yeah. Andrew and I are gonna. If you guys don't buy it and settle the debate, Andrew and I are definitely wrestling in the parking lot over this.
And do you really want us to fight? You should just buy it. Claim number 1.
Here.
All right, Sarah,
Lepidolite,
that is yours.
What are you talking about?
Lepidolite?
Number 1.
Oh, I thought that said
Lepidolite.
labradorite again.
He needs glasses. It doesn't say 12 or labradorite. It says 1 and lepidolite.
Well, this is number 1.
Is it?
Yeah.
Moving on. Number 2.
All right, number 2, that is going to be $28.
Unless Sarah meant labradorite, but I don't think so. She spelled lepidolite pretty perfectly.
Yeah, I know, it's just my eyes.
Come on, dance for me. Oh, there she blows. Come on, come on.
There she blows.
Dance for me. So stingy. All right, well, that's all I got on that one. Number 5 comes with the sphere stand, so you can use it and display it
And this will be $40.
right away.
Apparently, Funky Stuff is buying me new glasses. So,
Part of the proceeds will go to glasses for Andrew.
oh, there we go. Some lines. Oh, I love how they make like a... That's cool. Sweet. Stingy.
Really making me work for it, these labradorites. They are not putting out on the first date.
I'm not getting in between Coral and her labradorite.
6!
Oh shit. Hold on a second.
Andrew, did you unplug it under the table?
I didn't do anything.
Hold on a second.
Got you. Sorry, everyone. Just minor technical difficulties.
Oh, they can still see us?
I believe so.
Hi!
The camera's on, at least. Yeah, we're still up. It's just not showing us.
Hold on a second.
Well, we don't need to see ourselves. We're almost done, right? We're just
Yeah,
showing.
and then
this
we're gonna
is-
do the giveaway and...
Right, we literally have 2 pieces.
So, cool. Yeah, let's do it up. So this one is the half polished for $40. Half polished labradorite.